to have a situation where individuals are putting up videos, taunting other groups, and then causing violence, then it's a catalyst. These videos are a catalyst for violence.
For years, mainstream media and authorities have led a smear campaign against UK drill, stopping people from mostly deprived areas being able to articulate what they've witnessed or been forced to take part in from an artistic point of view. These people that make music, some of them are considered to be the most at risk, the most vulnerable, the most susceptible for living a life of crime, often coming from single-parent households or being raised in the care system. Yet, young men and women, artists, are being labelled gems because they give off a persona that does not fit into a box. It's like a tick exercise. They talk about Mitchell selling Class A or someone losing their life on a Saturday night, all very real subject matters. Now, governments forget that there's no sense of community anymore. When our parents were growing up, they knew their neighbours from 2 roads down or across the street. There were play centres and play schemes during summer holidays and Easter breaks. There were community centres where you could go meet friends, record songs, play football, even dance, and churches organised trips to the seaside. Now, authorities have penny pinched from every single penny from communities, and then still expect young people to show gratitude. There's no place for them to go after school or college, but then they're told not to loiter on the streets or outside shops or hang around by the walls or don't get into trouble. But establishments have provided absolutely nothing for these young people to do in response. Now, I'm not saying the Met have got it wrong. Some artists are GMs, some artists commit crimes. It's documented. Some do very serious offences, but it's a case-by-case basis. It's the same as saying all officers are bad when that's just not the case. A job is a job. Some people are able to separate their personal lives from their occupation, and some people aren't. But as a whole, the Met and other policing organisations have an agenda. They look at crime statistics, look at the percentage of crime committed by ethnic minorities and where these crimes are taking place. They then look at the demography, they look at things like age group, and then they look at socio-economical situations of where these people are raised in. Areas such as Small Heath, Brixton, Moss Side, Greenock, Acox Green, Allen Rock. When crime is committed, there's a greater police presence for 72 hours. Police spokespersons will tell the media and the media will report on it, but after, normal activity resumes. Now, the UK drill scene was established in roughly 2012. UK drill artists like 6-7, A1 from the 9, Styx, M-Dog, 150, Harlem Spartans, 410, AM and Skengdo quickly created a sound that referenced some of the biggest crimes to take place in the country, looking to the Chicago sound for inspiration. The unapologetic sound reached a wider audience's ear. It was something new, unique that younger people could call their own, and they gravitated towards it, almost likened to when grime was first introduced. And some UK drill artists began to rack up millions of views on platforms such as YouTube, and then they began to make money. But in 2018, with the rise of prolific artists like SJ, CB, all being sentenced to long stints behind prison, Scotland Yard implemented over 50 orders to enforce YouTube to take these videos down. Artists like Digga D was one of the first UK drill artists to be given an injunction that states he could not release music that had underlinings of certain topics. He couldn't talk about any subject matter that may incite retaliation. He couldn't mention people's names or talk about certain crimes. He couldn't even talk about how he lost the use of an eye in music form or interviews, something that was personal to him and happened to him. Now, if he was to release music, he had to notify the police within 24 hours of planning to release that music. Otherwise, he could be back behind bars. Now, AM and Skengdo from 410 were another UK drill duo that was given an injunction after performing drill music. Their Plugged In with Fumes sessions, Westwood Crib sessions, Mad About Bar sessions were all taken down, along with their music videos, due to the growing crime in Lambeth. Now, the injunction lasted for 2 years, where the duo were not allowed to release music either during that time period. Now, policing will take 2-line quotes, lyrics that make reference to a crime, and imagery and positioning to gang culture, and then they look at social media accounts, check the hashtags, and see the constant back and forth between artists and their fans. Now, case in point, CB and Young Diz, Diggity and Fredo, 110 and the Harlem Spartans. Please describe drill music as a catalyst for violence, or is it a case due to the lack of resourcing and ineffective relationships that police have within the communities? Police just can't police anymore. How many times has a civilian dialed 999 to report a crime, for example their house being burgled, where police say we won't be attending the scene, what we'll do, we'll investigate from far away, and if we happen to see anything or find anything, we'll contact you. In the most layman points, the UK police do not like UK drill music because it's a way to pass the buck. When crime is committed against young people, they need to shift the blame. They need to have an understanding and a reasoning why it's happening, and unfortunately, UK drill music is that reason. Whether that's rightly or wrongly, who knows? Stay safe. Safe.